Hello, my name is Caroline Canterbury. I am a dual enrolled student at Greenfield Community College taking honors biology. This is Akbar, the 38-year-old Senegal parrot, who is going to be my fellow presenter today. Here we go. So I studied the effects of captivity on parrot behavior, and my research was conducted by analyzing existing scientific literature and summarizing science's current understanding of captive parrot needs. This means that I read through many peer-reviewed articles and studies and really tried to find out what science has to say about parrots in captivity, as well as the differences between parrots in captivity and their wild counterparts. So a great place to start with the effects of captivity is physical health. And a great place to start with in physical health is, of course, nutrition and diet. So nutrition and diet is important to all animals and especially all pets in captivity, and parrots are no exception to that. Parrots require a very nutritious diet that often has pellets, fruits, and vegetables. Different species also have very different needs. Something like a macaw shouldn't really have very many seeds and grain, as they wouldn't have eaten that in the natural diet. Something like a budgie absolutely needs those things, as that's what they would have been eating. Something like Akbar and many of the larger species need a high level of fruit and vegetables. Something like a lorikeet requires a lot of fruit. Incorrect diet can cause obesity, heart problems, and fatty liver disease, which are all, unfortunately, common causes of premature death in parrot species. This is really unfortunate because it's very easily avoided too. Another aspect of parrot physical health that I feel like often gets avoided or isn't talked about because it isn't thought about is their physical health in the form of exercise. All animals require a certain amount of exercise, and again, parrots are no exception. Often we see them in cages, but they do require out-of-cage time to stretch their wings and move their muscles. Without being able to exercise like any animal, they can become obese and their muscles can actually atrophy. This out-of-cage time includes things such as playing with toys, flying in some cases, and really just moving. Incorrect care and stress can also cause physical changes in their feathers. When birds are stressed because of nutrient deficiencies, stressful environments, or changes in sleep patterns, this can cause their feathers to literally grow different colors and different consistencies of feather bands, which show up as what we would call stress bars. So the next way that captivity can affect any animal as well is behavior. So parrots in captivity have many similarities to their wild counterparts, which is very surprising, but also not. These are not highly domesticated animals such as dogs or cats that humans have changed in many ways. Things that they share, interestingly enough, with their wild counterparts is things such as sharing tools, which they also do altruistically. This means that they'll share things without expecting to get anything back from it. And not only will they share things with members of the same species, but also with other species, such as humans. They learn to speak different languages. In the wild, different parrot family groups or flocks often have different dialects among their own species language, and different parrots from different families will learn each other's languages. And in the same way, parrots will in captivity will learn the language of their human counterparts. This is incredible, as they can learn not only English, but they learn Spanish and French, and they're able to communicate in context with their humans. They also form strong family bonds. Parrots have incredible bonds in the wild, and often these are reciprocated, and often these are duplicated in captivity with their humans. So one way that they're different is that they're shown to have different motivators, whereas a parrot in the wild might not be as driven by human interaction and treats. Parrots in captivity are, of course, driven by treats and affection from their humans. So the downside of captive parrot behavior is pretty substantial, and unfortunately a reason why parrots are a very hard pet to have for most people. Captive parrots require large amounts of socialization, as they're flock animals, and in the wild they would be getting large amounts of socialization within their family group. When these socialization needs are not met, that leads to things such as aggression in the form of lashing out, biting, destructive behaviors, screaming uncontrollably, loneliness, which has been shown to, of course, shorten lives and also change their DNA. Depression, just as loneliness causes depression in humans, it also causes it in parrots, which Akbar is now giving me his opinion on that as well. And depression can also cause in parrots things such as self-mutilation and feather plucking. So feather plucking and self-mutilation are especially common in the more intelligent birds, such as cockatoos and African Greys. It's associated with intelligence, unfortunately, and can be very hard to break once it has been started. In conclusion, parrots are difficult pets, but they can also be very rewarding. In captivity, parrots, if we had a better understanding of their needs, that would greatly enhance their lives across the world. Parrots have been a huge and loved pet for generations, and they deserve the best care that we can give them. For humans, we need to become better caretakers for our highly intelligent, affectionate, and needy feathered friends. As you can see here, Akbar is a great example of a bird who's been well cared for. It's kind of hard to see, but Akbar does not feather pluck. He's given excellent socialization as he lives at Magic Wings Butterfly Conservatory where I work. And he has a whole staff of people who are dedicated to absolutely loving him, which he loves to be loved. And he's given a great diet. These things, as well as exercise, he gets plenty of playtime with all of us staff members. These things contribute to him being a healthy bird who's 38. He can live to be up to 50, however, and many bird species do have long lifespans if they're well cared for. So thank you so much for listening. I hope that you learned something about parrots today. They are amazing animals, and although they might not be the easiest pet or the best pet for everyone, they're still absolutely incredible. Huge thank you to Akbar for not screaming or pooping on me today. I get to work with him quite a lot through my job, and he has been a huge blessing and a way of inspiring me to look more into things about parrots. It's fascinating. Huge thank you to Magic Wings for letting me use their facility as well as their bird. Couldn't have done it without them. And a huge, huge, huge thank you to my professor, Amanda Hyde, for all of this support.